I think that monitoring and evaluating pro bono work going forward is the next generation of taking pro bono to the next level. Folks have been doing pro bono and doing great work for a long time with little or no ability to figure out what impact the work was having. Just simply an assumption that you were doing good work, it was adding value to the community, and as a result, it was okay and let's do more. I think there's a lot of leverage that can be obtained from having some simple understanding about how effective the work that we've been doing, all the good work that's being done, is being used and how it is effective in the community. And I think monitoring and evaluation is the first step towards getting to that optimal outcome. The problem with measurement is that we need a common way of communicating and therefore a common way of measuring and evaluating. Otherwise, we get into a fair amount of jargon and a fair amount of nomenclature, which tends to mask or sometimes even distort the issues that we're trying to figure out. And the work is so valuable and so important, and what we're trying to do is figure out a way to get information, whatever insight we can get from the work that we do, in order to make it better, more effective, have more reach, however a company or a law firm chooses to define it. So it's important to have a taxonomy to get rid of this idea of everybody talking about it in their own way, using jargon, and as a result not getting that benefit. I think the concern is that through using metrics that we will try to go to uniformity in terms of everybody doing the same thing. I think there's a lot of synergy that can be generated from people having information that's comparable, but in no way, shape, or form should it be used to evaluate or rank how individual pro bono programs, either both at the corporate level as well as within a law firm, are doing. The only reason that you need a common lexicon or a common taxonomy is so that we can all communicate about it and learn lessons from each other. And that's fundamentally what we're trying to get to. The other benefit is that measurement and evaluation is so emotional. It's an emotional topic among folks who have been doing pro bono for so long that you don't want to obfuscate the good things with the things that people immediately associate with monitoring and evaluation, and that is changing the work that's ultimately done. I think this is, again, an extremely emotional topic for people, and folks don't want resources to be used for things other than doing the work, and they don't want the work to be at all impacted. It's an emotional reaction, and I think this whole idea that I used of the rider and the elephant was a way to help people deal with the emotions that come along with change. It's to get them to think about the fact that change is good and that there is an emotional component to it, and that in order for it to work out, we have to harness that emotion towards something very positive. We have to understand where we want to go in terms of the path, and ultimately we have to all be on the same page in terms of outcome. And all of those things, I think, drive an emotional reaction in people. I think there's a give and a take between the corporate community as well as folks who aren't as focused on the metrics or the evaluation side of it. I think the give from the corporate community is a structure under which we can look at the efficacy of the work that's being done. Are we reaching the people that we want to reach? Are we delivering what we want to deliver in terms of pro bono services? And corporations are very, very good in their normal, routine, day-to-day stuff of figuring that type of thing out. So I think there's a natural give there. I think corporations also sometimes struggle, though, with how to be most effective in the programs that they offer and how to harness the pure emotion of doing good work for folks. I think we tend to, in many instances, and my firm is an example of this, sometimes we overthink, sometimes we underreact, and the pure emotional reaction of doing good work also gets lost sometimes in this idea of over-evaluating, over-monitoring, overthinking. So I think there's a natural connection point between folks who feel differently, and I think everybody can move closer together and we'll get a better outcome. Fundamentally, we're committed to both pro bono and skills-based volunteerism because we want to create moments that matter with our clients in the communities in which we live and work. And it's a way for us to build relationships and to be much closer to the markets that we serve as well as the people that we serve in those markets. So that there's that business side of it. But there's also the fact that we plan to hire close to 18,000 people this year overall in Deloitte, all of whom have a real interest in giving back to the community. And we've learned that from the work that we've done in terms of studying the folks that we recruit, the folks we hire in our workforce. So this idea of giving back is great for us in terms of being able to give back the typical skills that we deliver to clients. We make sure that we have the ability to do that, and as a result, we're able to both give to the communities in which we live and work and also satisfy this comfort, this need that our people have in order to do that. So it's a great combination for us.